Hello everybody, it's jrobichess. Going to be doing some Kibitzing, some David versus Goliath Kibitzing. So we're going to be looking for games where we have a low-rated player versus a high-rated player. And let's see what we got here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we got a 1706 player versus a 1233 player. All right, so we got Blame Taker versus Almaz 1990. So must have been born in 1990. Alright, so we got double pawns on the white position. We've got a couple undeveloped pieces. Black's got a couple undeveloped pieces as well. No doubled pawns. Looking good for the 1706 player. Clock, very, very similar. Just hung a pawn there. 1706 just hung a pawn. Like a boss. Say, you know what, man? I'm 1706. I don't need that pawn. That's what he's saying. Or he could be saying, don't! Missed that. What's white going to do here? Okay, that's a good move. Well, no, that's not a good move. He just hung his rook. Oh my gosh. Is this guy really 1706? I made some big blunders though too, so. This is a tournament actually. Awesome. Goliath Hourly Blitz tournament. So he totally missed taking the rook. I think white's realized that, maybe. He's had enough time to look at it. Nope, didn't realize it. Can still take it. And there we go. 1706 player Blame Taker said, I see it now. I see it. It's under control. So we got a huge material drop there. And we got a knight dropping as well. So it's not looking good for David in this particular situation. Is there any hope for David here? I don't think so. I think he's dropping material much too quickly. Let's see here, knight back to c3. Now black should be just looking to trade down material now. Left and right, get your full rook advantage, and win the chess game. It's going to pin the bishop, maybe. Yep. Take the knight now, maybe. Okay, maybe king to e7, double up the rooks. And white's just thrusting pawns for her now. So rook over to g8 makes sense. White has absolutely nothing to do to counter that. This pawn's hanging here on h2 as well. There goes the pawn. And here will come the other rook. Okay, so that's temporarily stopped. Not sure if I was a big fan of that move. I think I would have maybe pushed the pawn, got the king to maybe f7, brought the rook over, traded the rooks down, and then you have this annoying rook-bishop combo here. Bring the bishop down, take the bishop, and you're golden. Okay, so the bishop's vacated. Here comes the other rook. Best move for white probably would be to play rook. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe play rook right away here to f2. If he doesn't take, at least he can take one of them off. Almaz 1990 says, no, I'm just going to go right for the attack. Boom, bishop drops. Ooh, look at what we have here. Takes a check, king recaptures, and there's going to be a world of hurt here for white. So it looks like our David is going to get crushed in this game for sure. Now we're just throwing pieces around as white. And we can probably just stop watching this game and go back to the game menu because this is just a complete slaughterfest. And we're hoping for the David that beats the Goliath, right? So let's look for another high-rated versus low-rated game. At least 200 points difference, if not more. Let's see what we got here. I'm not seeing. Oh, here's one. We have Chess Poker 1744 versus Fruztazi 1483. Material so far is equal. White has more space, and that's going to get ramped up here really quick after knight to c3. The dark square bishop's going to come out, and white will be fully developed pretty much. Black has yet to castle. Bishop on c8 is not developed yet. Should probably maybe play... Black can do a couple things here. Black could double the queen and the rook up, bring the dark square bishop down to g5, create some problems. Okay, so he doubled them up before bringing the dark square bishop up, but he could always fianchetto pawn to b3 maybe. So I think it's not a hopeless here for Fruztazi 1483. That's still a lot of chess to be played here. Material's still equal. Okay, so now he can fianchetto his bishop onto b7 possibly. You should probably do that fairly soon. To prevent any kind of knight to d5 business. If he castles here, I think he's going to be in some danger. Not sure I like that move. Now knight to d5 is just completely being invited here. Because knight to d5, bishop takes knight, attacking the rook. Yeah, it's not looking good. Castling is going to be very difficult now as well. Can't even push the pawn, so there it comes. Let's see how our David handles this situation. What's he gonna do here? He's got to take. Well, he doesn't have to take. He can play. Oh yeah, he pretty much. He's got. If he's gonna retreat the queen, it's got to go to d8, because knight to b6 would be very bad. And I don't even think that would have mattered, to be honest. Because the knight would be also attacking the rook, and if the queen takes, then the bishop's not defended enough, and it's checkmate, game over. So it was just not a good position to be in. Material still equal, but unfortunately, well, the bishop does have a couple defenders now, and both players have an undeveloped bishop too. So our David does have a clock advantage, half a minute or so. Okay, so there's the castle. Now that can be done. Now what we can do is we can think of potential moves like bishop to d7 after rook goes over to e8. And then we have the potential to attack with the dark square bishop in some capacity. Well, no, actually that probably wouldn't work either. We need an escape square for the king is what we need here. Okay, so the dark square bishop's chomping on granite here. Doesn't have anything here. So now we're going for a queen trade. Not a bad move from our David. Not a bad move. If that queen trade would have happened, it would have allowed him to connect his isolated pawn on the d file here and get these pawns back together. So he's definitely thinking here. He's trying. Whoa, what's going on? That's dangerous. I think that's very dangerous for our David. Especially with these bishops bearing down into the castle position with the queen handy. So I think that's a good trade for white for sure. Now we've got some ideas of queen to g4, preventing the bishop from really doing much, and then playing bishop here maybe. It's just attacking the queen for now. Queen falls back. Now what are we going to do? Oh, I guess the queen can't come here because of the bishop there, but now look at this. So we got all these bishops bearing down on the castle position. It'll be very difficult for black to take care of that problem because all of these squares are covered by the bishops now. Oh, that's not a bad move from our... Well, it doesn't really do anything. Okay, so now we've got this big threat. You can't play bishop here either. You have to play pawn up here. Pawn up to g6. So the castle position has effectively become weakened. And now we can play things like getting the queen into the dark square somehow, also thrusting the pawn here on the h-file. Now, black could play maybe something like, I'm not sure I like that. I was going to say maybe queen over to d7 and then try to, force the queen trade before this becomes too much of a problem. Can white just... No, white can't really ignore that, so he's going to take and probably continue with h5 here. Okay, so here comes the queen to h6. So bishop has to be played now. At which point, can you see what's going to happen? Boom! Pawn on e6. Check. Okay, so he's preventing that. Is it going to be too late? No, I think he can still play his bishop too. Uh-oh. Now the queen's got to come to d7 to prevent that pawn from dropping with check. Alright, so he brings the bishop up now. I don't think that... yeah, I was going to say I don't think white should trade that. Just dropped a pawn here, though. Yeah, he's threatening to bring the rook down. Now what? Okay, so he's still defending the pawn. So if I was white in this position, I don't know if I would... Look at that, eh? It's running out of time. Things are about to get crazy here. Attacking the pawn. Chess Poker's trying to ramp up the clockwork here with some fast moves. There we go. I would play rook over and just do a trade. With that clock time left, I would just start doing some trades here. Oh! Well, the bishop's protecting it. No big threat. And now we've got some issues. Okay, so it looks like we might be going for... You can't get any kind of perpetual check there. And that's pretty much it, man. Oh! Yeah, that's pretty much it. Boom, checkmate. Whoa, what happened? Oh! Our David won. He won on time. Oh my gosh. He was one move away. One move away from checkmate. Oh my gosh, he's got to be so mad. Oh well, that's what we're here for, man, right? Checking if our David can win. So we have had a David win a game here. So a 1483 has defeated a 1744. So that's like almost 300 points difference in chess rating, man. And I've had that happen to me too. So totally feel for our higher rated player there.